Well, good afternoon and welcome to Northern Adventure. Today we deal with a problem, hopefully safely. We have a poplar tree that pulled itself out of the ground over here that is leaning up against a couple of smaller maple trees and a balsam fir. And it's a fairly large poplar, not as big as they sometimes get, but still big enough. And you can see from the bend in these maple trees, I don't know if Denise will show you, you can kind of see if you come to the side. You can see in the bend of these trees, there's a lot of weight pushing on those trees. And then we've got this balsam fir over here. It's alive, and it's got quite a bend in it because it's pretty much supporting half the weight of the poplar tree. So we've got a game plan for how to take this down. So 3 steps. So Denise, why don't you come over here with the camera. Step number 1. There's a small limb. There's a small limb up there on the first maple tree. And we think we can nip that limb off and save this maple tree. So I have the pole saw on the ground here. And that's what I'm going to use to nip that limb off. I'm also going to take off this other limb that's not really doing anything. I might as well cut that off right away. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is going to be at the balsam tree. So step number 2, I'm going to take that pole saw and I'm going to trim off some of these branches off of this white spruce and off of that balsam tree just to get the workspace a little clear. And then I'm going to notch the balsam here. So I'll make a face cut and the notch on that tree. Then I'll come over here and low down here, since this is a double maple, I'll notch this low on the maple tree. Then I'll use the pole saw to stand back, and I'll do a back cut, not all the way through on the balsam fir. And then I'll come over here and do the back cut on these maples, and that should allow that poplar to come down, hopefully without too much drama. But there's an awful lot of pressure on these trees, and that could result in unhappy things. So hopefully we come out the other side of this alive and uninjured.
Well, that doesn't make me feel good, honey.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Dangerous shit.
Are you sure we should do this now?
Well, I am probably going to do most of it with that pole saw so I can stand the hell back.
Yeah.
I don't want to be right there next to it.
Nope.
All right, so number 1, we're going to cut some limbs with the pole saw. And I actually might start with those safe limbs over here. This is the Milwaukee M18 actual string trimmer, actually, with an extension pole and the pole saw attachment. And we've been using this now for, I guess, 5 years. 4 years for sure, maybe 5 years. And it's been good. Works. At least it's worked so far. All right, now we've got some brush we've got to clear.
This is tripping hazard though, right? So we need to get it out of the way.
That's the idea. How's that feel?
Heavy. For me it is. Everything's heavy. A long saw to maneuver through here. Yeah.
All right, that one's good. Now you gotta move those branches out of the way. Oh boy, this pile is getting kind of big, honey. Gonna have to do some chipping. Drag the chipper down here and chip that up. No, they ain't gonna fall with these two. For sure not gonna fall with the first one. The first one's not doing anything. And then the first cut I'm gonna make right here. Alright, then comes the fun part.
Well, just make sure you know where and drop the thing if you have to and run. No.
Out of the way.
Yikes. Whew, yeah, that was
I got dripped on.
I got dripped on from over here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Alright, well, that freed up that maple tree.
Freed up one. How many more do we go?
Well, now we got the bad cuts to make.
Alright. One at a time, right? Just take our time.
Yep.
So do I need to be over there on your side?
Probably.
You just went underneath the tree.
I know. Don't do as I do. Do as I say.
Alrighty. So I gotta go all the way around?
Yep.
Okay, now what, honey?
Well, I'm just catching my breath for a second before I pick up the saw and go start cutting in case I gotta run. Which is a possibility, I guess. Alright, I guess there's no sense waiting. Don't trip on the big saw.
I'm not gonna. So now what?
Well, now we're gonna fire up the Husqvarna and go see what we can do. Usually starts easier than that. Let it warm up.
Which way are you gonna run? DJ! Which way are you gonna run? Like that way? Where should I stand?
Back behind the tree. Be okay there.
Not a good situation. Yeah, he doesn't want that to pop. DJ, can't you just use the pole for the rust?
Not to cut a notch. All right, there's our notches. And I got the start of a back cut over there on the balsam. So, let's see. I need to back cut the maple. Planning to use the pole saw for that. And I finished the back cut on that balsam. What do you think?
I don't like it.
Okay, we might need to move the brush pile.
Okay.
All right, wish me luck.
Please be careful, honey. There it goes. Oh boy, here it goes. There it goes. Oh boy, that's a big ass tree. It's gonna slowly go. Just stay it back. Let it go by itself.
Not going yet.
Here, it's wants to. Whoop.
Okay, I'm gonna have to chop some more of this maple.
Really?
Yeah, the maple's holding it up.
Oh gosh, Deej. Do you want me to move those sticks behind you? I think we should have moved those branches there.
All right, well, let's move some branches quick.
Better to be safe, right?
Yep. All right, well, we just moved some of the brush pile out of the way so that I can have a clearer spot to finish the cutting. And that back cut back there, I think, is hopefully as far as it needs to go. It started to go, but this maple is still holding it up. I've only got about half of the back cut made here. And you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but the way that there's a vertical crack running up now, that's called a barber chair. So this has started the barber chair a little bit, which is not a surprise. Normally, to cut a tree like this, you would do your notch, then you do a plunge cut where the hinge would be, and then come back out the back to prevent the barber chair from happening. But with the kind of more complicated situation with this double trunked tree and the other tree over there, I just didn't think that was advisable. So we're doing it with the pole saw method. That keeps me back away from where the barber chair is going to happen, and is happening. So here we go with a little more back cut. That's what I was afraid of.
Well, just saw it some more and it'll come out.
You can't saw it, it's stuck.
Oh, it's stuck?
Yeah.
Well, try to get it out. Try again. Just try to pull it out.
Nope, that ain't coming out of there.
Shit.
So now we have a stuck saw, which isn't all that surprising under these circumstances either. And right now the camera operator is wondering, what do we do about that?
I don't know. What do we do about that, honey?
We go back to historic methods of tree removal.
A hammer?
No, but similar. An axe.
Oh, is that a little dangerous?
No choice. So I'm gonna walk around the tree, go get my axe. All right, so now we're up to the old-fashioned axe method. Got the Prandy professional axe from Italy. We'll see what it can do.
Whoa, DJ.
Well, that's a good start.
A
very good.
Oh, it's still sliding. You don't want that tree to come popping up at you.
We up yet?
Yep.
Alrighty then. Get my axe out of there quick.
Alrighty then.
Now that's a good axe. One swing and we got action.
And you got a freaked out wife.
Alright, so we're back to the saw.
Here it comes, here it comes. Okay,
Getting closer.
getting closer. Oh, it's still sliding.
Yeah.
All right. There it goes, and down it comes.
There we go.
Oh,
Well, how about that? How about that? All right. The tree is down, and now we make firewood. We still have some pressure though on it, so it'll still be a little bit tricky, but
the scary part's over with.
the most scary part's over with. Now it's just a matter of deciding where to start cutting it in pieces. So that's that. So now that we're finished cutting the tree down and we're going to make firewood out of it, I want to thank you for watching this hopefully interesting episode of Northern Adventure, and come back again next time. We'll have more interesting things hopefully, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again.